basically get the entire DOJ fucked over. I know you guys might be banging.
No, I don't think that's the case.
She told me that. That's what she told me. She told me I'm trying to literally destroy the entire DOJ. It's like verbatim.
She said she's trying to destroy the entire DOJ?
Yeah, verbatim. She said to me that she wants to get rid of the DOJ. Yeah, that's what she said, verbatim.
Okay, I need you to be honest, because she also told me that you said that myself, Frost, and Angel were talking shit about her.
Yeah, I did try fucking with her a bit. I'll be honest with you. I did try fucking with her a bit. I tried getting in her head.
So was she fucking with you back? Because she's communicated to us, right?
She calls it Turner's office.
So here is when this was first brought up. I told her be cautious with this. This is back when she was in LSPD, and I said I don't think this is going to be worthwhile because I think you're going to be climbing up a impossible hill. However, I do think that there's a balance here, is we have to support our law enforcement officers if they are approaching things like ACRs and impeachments, both of which do nothing, are tools by which to keep people accountable. They do not lead to fire-ins. They don't lead to any form of criminal charges. And if I'm going to be perfectly honest, people need to stop crying about ACRs and impeachments to begin with. Because it's getting to it has historically it could, but it has historically led to very cringe levels of kickback.
Look,
you know,
I'm just saying, guys, this is my opinion. All right, we got to focus on building our departments. All right, look.
What do you want us to do? Do you want us to tamp down on someone choosing to go down an avenue that is their legal right to do so? Like, I may be her boss, but I'm not. I can't control every facet of her life.
Look, I've spoken to the justices yesterday on this matter.
Yeah, I got you.
And there are aspects of this that have gotten exceptionally heated, and if we want to start entering into this form of conversation, then we need to pull back punches on everything and everyone. And
look, I'm one for punching. All right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm definitely one for punching. All right, but the last thing we want to do is piss off both fucking mayors. All right, the last thing we want to do is piss off the entirety of the fucking DOJ. What we should be trying to do is getting them to handle this shit internally.
Well, I don't see how we are doing that though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Ruth's kicking up a big nest here, and I'm telling you, I can eyeball this thing from a mile away.
She's a citizen, and that's her right to do so.
Yeah, but she's also employed by you guys. She's doing it while she's on duty.
Let me provide you a hypothetical, all right? Because there's a load more context to this that you need to be considerate of. About 2 months back, we were dealing with the marshals doing some exceptionally dumb shit. Including but not limited to effectively causing us to do weapons trafficking, which then led to an impeachment. Now, the question I got to run through my mind is, what if we had stopped our law enforcement from filing those impeachments, right, under the same basis? We would not have had an impeachment.
Yeah,
we would not have had on the record. I'm sorry?
But that's because you believe in illicit criminal activities taking place by a governing official. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot. Here's the thing, right?
But that's not what an ACR or an impeachment is for.
Right.
They're definitely a part of that fabric, though. We can pretend all we want that those things don't tie into the same. But if you get someone impeached for grounds and it comes to surface that they were fucking weapons trafficking, there's going to be criminal charges afterwards. Right.
But that already happens, and that didn't happen.
Yeah, and that's not what the impeachment was. No, the impeachment was strictly and pure. There was nothing that even went forward about the weapons trafficking. The impeachment was strictly.
Why not? That would have strengthened the case. Why didn't they pursue us like that?
That was the. I think it was the mayor that filed it, if I'm not mistaken. It was the mayor's. And
yeah, it was.
The impeachment that they filed was because that information, first off, didn't come to light. The impeachment originally was that after all this had happened, the government knew nothing about it. So when Greyson and I believe Michael or Junior, or maybe both of them, immediately went to Gunner and said, what the fuck was this? It was goddamn World War II outside. He said, I ain't got to tell you shit, and then went 42. So the impeachment was because they didn't post a state of emergency and notify government agencies, thus leaving the entire state unaware of why the fuck all this is happening. So should there have been follow-up? 100%. I don't know why they didn't follow it up.
Yeah, they didn't because they didn't do it right. Listen.
Yeah.
I think that it is in our entire police department's best interest. All right, listen, I get it. You guys want to be supportive of your officers, right? But you're supporting an officer at a cost to you, of not just your department, but also mine, because we don't know where shit's going to go.
I spoke to Gates yesterday. We spoke to Greyson 2 days prior to that. And
we've been having lots of conversations with them.
I know you have. And you guys have issues with the legislation that they're pushing forward about the stuff.
No, about other topics as well.
Right, other topics.
And I've made a very stern.
Made aware of this?
Because they're not necessarily issues between Dallas PD.
No, wait! You weren't made aware of it?
I wasn't made aware.
You were. I told you about most of this, Pet, and you said good luck with that.
Yeah, I said I'd like to be, but I did say I want to be looped in on everything and know what's going on. I would appreciate that. So I need to know what's going on.
So let me give you some. We went there to go talk about a separate matter, and then this came up. What was communicated from us from Greyson is that you were on board with it, and thus you weren't at the meeting, right?
But what are we on board with? What are we talking about? What I was on
the
board
expungement
with?
meeting, the expungement legislation.
Hey, why would I turn down something that's going to benefit me, where I'm not culpable of any wrongdoing? Right? Let's be honest.
No, that's fine. But you just said why weren't you brought in?
Right.
And that's the reason.
I mean, you can be in favor. That's not a problem.
Look, guys, listen. I think I get it. All right, you guys ain't happy with some of the people. All right, I get it. All right, but it's going to be a detriment that's probably going to divide us, and we got voting season a few weeks fucking out.
We had this conversation with the DOJ, Pred.
We did. We spoke very openly and honestly.
And that includes the impeachment. And the conversation can be summarized like this. Everyone's got to be adults. Some of the pre-crime that happens about this shit, let me give you some context. So whether it's the impeachment, whether it's the expungement thing, all right, instead of parties speaking with each other, people are going out and stirring a bunch of brain dead shit, and then people are getting really emotionally attached. And if we don't want that kind of stuff to happen, whether it's the DOJ, whether it's your department, whether it's my department, parties like us, high command and them, got to speak directly. As for ACRs and impeachments, if someone files it, people should not get in their damn feels about it. Right? And I'm with you about working with them.
That's got 5 weeks left in office. It's pointless.
Well, we're not. I think you keep attaching us to it. It's not us.
Yeah,
it's one person doing so.
Yeah, you're allowing them to do it.
I don't think I have the legal right to stop her from doing that.
If they're on duty,
I think it would be a violation of her rights if I did, to be blunt.
It wouldn't be. They are on duty acting as a police officer.
But she's engaging. But she's engaging in a legal process that anyone has the chance to do so.
Listen, if Jeb was doing something that was still legal that I didn't agree with, I would tell him not to do it. I just had that issue today with Dark. He wasn't doing something that was legally wrong, but I had a discrepancy with how he was going about doing it. So listen, you guys are missing the key part of what I'm trying to say here, right? Okay. You're talking in circles at me. I'm being very direct with what I'm saying, but you guys keep on, looping it around. I'm just going to say this, all right? This is like something that's going to jeopardize our voting power for securing our jobs, and you're allowing it to happen. It's also going to put us both in a bad place with the current sitting mayors. It's going to put us in a bad place with the current Department of Justice. And you guys are choosing to kind of just let it happen instead of protecting ourselves.
No, you're misrepresenting us, Brad.
I don't think that's the case at all.
You are, because exactly I told you, we spoke with them very directly on the matter. DOJ are the biggest. Well, but that's an adult thing, right? If someone's telling you something and then telling us something else, they got to fucking grow the fuck up, right? If I told you I had a problem with you, I'd tell you fucking directly. But if I'm not telling you I got a problem with you and I'm going to someone else and crying about it, that's a like mental age problem. You know what I mean?
You got to look at it from their viewpoint. All right, you need to look at it from their POV. Captain and the undersheriff are complicit in the activity that's taken place by a deputy that fucking puts them in the scope, not just for losing their fucking job, but also for potential criminal action against them. Why the fuck would they play it coy with you and tell you everything? Because from their perspective, it doesn't look like you have their best interest in mind. We got to play the political game a little bit, guys, because ain't nothing secure. I like my job, all right? I bet you guys like your jobs too, all right? Sometimes we got to bite the fucking bullet. I think this is a situation where we got to bite the fucking bullet.
Let me ask you something.
All right, I'm listening.
When the DOJ over the last many months, and including the mayors, have over and over and over again stated that ACRs and impeachments are the means by which to keep every government entity accountable, and have consistently have consistently told us that these are the avenues that we should be taking. And in the meeting that Angel and Greyson had, he welcomed it, right?
Yeah, he quite literally said, I encourage these to be filed so I can fight for myself in court.
How do I take that and say, hey, let me stop Ruth because someone else is telling me that we shouldn't do it, right?
All right, listen, I can see we're not going to get anywhere. Do what you guys fucking want. All right, but when we have the I told you so moment in a couple weeks, just know that a whole crises could have been fucking turned aside so that we could have focused on just building our departments up, getting people hired, and all this shit. All right, listen.
We are focused on that. Ruth is doing it. Why do you want us to pull back? What do you think is going to happen exactly?
It's not about what it's
what are you worried about?
What do I think's going to happen? What I think's going to happen is that if we continue down this line, we're going to piss off both mayors. We're going to piss off the entirety of the fucking DOJ.
Michael's gone.
Right, and then some.
You know Michael's gone, right?
He's not running again.
I know he's not running again.
So
that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that in general, we still have to deal with the current sitting heads that be for the next few weeks, right? I don't think this is going to go anyplace.
I don't think Roswell or Jr. are going to be that upset about someone engaging in their right to petition.
Yeah.
Basically.
Junior was in the meeting with us. The justices were in there with us. Spoke to Gates yesterday. We spent damn near 8 hours speaking with them over the last 3 days. So,
right. And I've been having very cordial conversations with justices after the facts. I don't really feel the temperature that you feel, you know?
Because why would they tell you? Because I already explained. Why the fuck would they tell you they don't believe you have their best interest in mind?
I never said that. I'm saying that we have a working relationship and we're not going to like each other. You know, we don't have to.
I don't even think we don't like each other. We get on damn well.
I don't dislike really any of them. I feel like, I don't know. You imagine that there's like this big boogeyman in the closet. I'm just saying I don't.
You may not know about what happened over the last 24 hours here, Pred. When there was an original when me, Frost, Gates, and Faulkner spoke about the expungement stuff, there was in the background a lot of shitlording. Okay.
Yeah, I got
including Osvaldo. No,
I gotta be honest. All right, I'll let you finish.
There was a lot of shitlording that was happening, and that shitlording was getting people to get in their fields, because instead of their position being represented, people were going around and telling Osvaldo that his legislation was getting destroyed. They were saying shit about Gates. They were saying shit about Faulkner, not just law enforcement, but others. Saying me, Angel, Frost were saying shit about her, and vice versa. That caused the temperature to go through the goddamn roof. We've spoken to them directly, shit's squashed, right? The problem is that when it comes to these serious matters, if people are mixing in their damn shitlording, right, it's causing a lot of unnecessary drama. That's the real issue.
Like, I like drama. I'm a big fan of drama.
Well,
then why don't you want this impeachment to happen?
Yeah.
Then?
Because
that's gonna be a huge drama bomb, like the way you're saying it is, right?
Look, guys, listen. All right, do what you want to do. Back what you want to do. All right, you guys ain't seeing the big picture, and that's fine. You don't have to see the big picture. All right, support Ruth on this shit if you guys want. Don't stop her from doing it. All right, we'll see what happens. All right, look, all I'm saying is,
Fred, yesterday Carmine decided to unilaterally start stirring shit with
that's fine.
Greyson Jr., etc., right? Over the ACR. That caused a lot more temperature to increase. Now, if we are on the same page about not fucking with the DOJ, how is that conducive to that?
I think informing people is one thing. I mean,
they were informed. He has nothing to do with it.
Well, I don't understand what you're asking me because Carmine had a conversation. What does that have to do with?
Well, Ruth talked to Carmine about it and was talking about how Carmine was on the PD panel for picking a PD candidate.
Yeah, he was.
So Ruth brought Carmine into it indirectly.
That is correct. And Carmine went directly to Greyson and started making some shit up. Luckily, Ruth spoke to him. That matter's then been squashed, right? We can't have our we can't eat our cake and have our cake and eat it too, right? If
no one's having cake. I'm just simply saying that we got a lot of shit coming our way in a couple weeks, and it's better that we be uniform, all right, and not piss off the powers that be over something that, I mean, most likely is they're going to lose anyway because of the way it's defined in the legislation.
The way they have explained it to us is that it's not the ACR, it is not the conversation about the expungement that there has been any upsetness over. It is the rumors and the commentary that are being made by third parties that is causing them agitation.
Then what's the point of pursuing it if we're not pursuing it because of the root cause? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
We're not doing anything.
No, it's not the filers. It's not the main parties that they have an issue with. It's the fucking shitlord, and that's happening on the side, making accusations about them, making accusations about us that have nothing to do with the matter, right? For example, with the expungement thing, the allegations all surrounding, like Osvaldo saying that it's his expungement, and then people saying that it's the justices that are writing it for him, because those are rumors being created by a bunch of third parties. In the same vein, people are going around and saying myself and Frost are trying to squash his legislation. It's all that's where it's coming from, right?
All right, that's fine, guys. Listen, conduct your business. It ain't going to affect the stuff that we got going on. All right, allow what you guys want to allow. All right, Jeb, let's get on out of here. All right.
Okay.
My car is feeling good, by the way. I'm actually enjoying.
I'm gonna put a Yoda in mine then.
I mean, just talk to Apollo and copy mine.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Brother, did he really just ask us to squash it? To squash an impeachment?
Why is he so damn scared?
I don't know. There's literally nothing to be scared of here. I mean, I do see the big picture here. This impeachment goes through. Greyson gets mad. They have their court case filings back and forth.
I don't in a million
see how
years
this is a problem, really.
think that Greyson's going to be like, don't ACR or have people ACR and impeach. That's literally what he advocates for. So
I don't see how this is a problem, truthfully. And I do believe what I said earlier, that I think that if we stepped in there and started telling her to knock this off and just stop it, that could be a big issue.
No, that's a huge issue. What do we do next? Oh, yeah, by the way, let's not raid or investigate someone because of XYZ.
Yeah, and I mean, technically, I guess we could, but, I don't know. I don't really like that kind of worries.
Pred is dense, right? He's looking at two individuals that literally are more in tune with this shit than anyone in the city, and trying to tell us how things are 2 weeks in. I mean, this is just classic Pred. I mean,
this is what it's always like working with him,
I'm gonna be a little bit more direct. The man is encouraging shitlording around this and stirring up drama, and then saying, "Don't make drama, bitch. You're making it." I don't understand.
Right. I agree. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna stop it. I'm comfortable with letting her do her thing. I think that she is free to make her point. I think that you and I are kind of in agreement on this. I don't know.
If we're at a point where we have to think about people's fifis, right, over how we operate, whether it's arrests, whether it's raids, whether it's ACRs, whether it's impeachments, we have jumped the shark, right? Now,
yeah, I agree.
And I don't understand why there is no, like, look, Carmine, what he did, I'm one of the, I am, you know, you probably know this. I'm a huge Carmine supporter. I love the shitlord he does. But it is their responsibility that if the guy's going and doing some shit, like, which wasn't that bad. I stopped him yesterday, right? But it adds fuel to the fire, right? If the impeachment's bad, if they see his like has no merit, then who cares? It's going to come out in court. You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter.
What am I like? Oh man, what if Gunner gets upset? Let's not file the impeachment. What the fuck? Like, why would why would the DOJ get special treatment? Don't make no sense.
I don't know. And he kept talking about pissing off the powers that be, but I feel like he has this false understanding that like he is a small fish, which is very strange for Ped because he never thinks like this, but he acts like he's like powerless and like a small fish in a big shark's world. You know what I mean? Like the DOJ and the mayors have eternal authority to kill him or something like that, which is just not really the case.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys put these people in positions because they're almost like trophies to them. It's not a world where Razzle gets rid of Pred in this term. It's just not happening.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he had a position. I don't think he's being fully transparent. Problem is, it's hard to trust Pred when it comes to shit like this because, like, he goes and stirs shit, and then, like, he's look, I was there when he told Ruth to fuck off, right?
Right.
I know that there's probably a bigger agenda here that he's not let us know while we're being rather transparent. I mean, if someone's upset, they can be goddamn adults and talk to us directly as we did before. But I don't want to perceive that Greyson or other members of the judiciary are feeling some kind of way if no one's willing to say it directly. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, otherwise, like, no, it's fucking cringe. I'm just going to say, it's fucking cringe. Like, am I going to stop raiding people? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Am I going to tell people don't raid them like that's all they got left? Like, what, you know what I mean? Or what? And in fact, even this fucking conversation, the fact that it has to happen makes matters worse.
I agree. I think I'm honestly, this is what I was fearful of when this started, that, you know, these type of agreements would occur. And I don't really know. It's not as easy to reason with Pred as you would think. I mean, you're probably better at it than I am. Truthfully, I think our history makes it harder for me to explain things to him and him really listen to what I have to say. But I don't really know where we go from here. Truthfully, like he's gonna have this is going to start bleeding into other aspects of our operations.
I'm gonna tell you something. I haven't told anyone.
Okay.
The justices want to nominate me for director of the marshals.
Really?
So I didn't say that because
you would be fantastic at that.
I have yet to decide. I want to know what it entails, but the reason I'm saying it now is I do have the best interest for them and the departments. And so to stand there and be like, being told that I'm not being considerate of it is kind of like, I'm going to be real. I'm just thinking, listen, buddy, you're a little, you know what I mean? Like, the fuck are you saying right now? Like, I'm sorry, we've thought about this a little deeper than you may have. That doesn't mean we're wrong.
Right, exactly.
So you get what I mean?
Maybe if we keep putting our best minds onto it and we're just careful with what we say, we can bring him around. But ultimately, it doesn't even matter. You were thinking about taking it? If they do nominate you?
I don't know what the job entails, and so we had planned to meet about it before I go down the route of consideration.
I got you.
It's
a pretty tough job. I'm gonna be honest.
I really like what I'm doing right now. But there's that like sense of duty that I'm balanced against. I don't think you'd lose me.
Well, I don't mean like lose you, but I just mean like, you know, like you have a way of like, I'm a pretty reactionary person, but you balance out my thoughts quite often, and you've made me like take a step to think about what I'm saying before I say it. And I worry that in your absence, if you were to disappear, I would very quickly become the impulsive person I've always been, you know?
I'm going to tell you what I would want to do and the only way that I would take the position.
Sure.
I don't want the marshals to simply be scuffed IA. That's not conducive to a strengthened law enforcement agency.
Sure.
I would want it to effectively be the philosophy of DTF, but applied to both departments, right? It's effectively ensuring that departments have what they need to succeed, because there shouldn't be a lot of marshals, right? It should be something akin to, hey, this shit's happening. Here are the tools. Let's make sure this is making forward progress, right? We'll make sure that all the government entities know what they need to know, that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Rather than, let me take this over. Let me go take a, phone listening device and start, listening to government officials or whatever wild shit might have been happening in the last 6 months. Right?
Sure.
But at the same time, I really like what I'm doing right now. So,
well, I will say this, the things that you just said are wonderful. That was the initial vision that I set out with to do with the marshals, and I just really wasn't up to the task, unfortunately. But I do think if there's anyone in this city that could make it happen, I do think that you would be able to. So, take that with a grain of salt. I would hate to lose you. I love having you around in the BCSO, and I think you are a genuine diamond. But I also think you're kind of the only person that could do that job. So. But truthfully, like, does someone need to do that job very well if you're here and doing amazing in the BCSO?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These are very good. Those are kind of the questions I'm playing with right now, including but not limited to, what if we get another DLC guy just doing all kinds of wild shit?
True.
I'm assuming right now that it has not enticed me yet. I think there was some enticing with some of the legislation they put forward, but absent, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm going to be very open with you guys if I actually start to consider it. Right now, it's kind of like a, okay, I've gotten the, recommendation. I'm going to hear them out, and then I'm going to go from there. But
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, we support you no matter what.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know that, so.
Yep.
If you ever want to talk about like the marshals more in depth, or or anything around them, I'm always more than happy to have a conversation about it.
Hell yeah.
Like any problems I ran into or stuff like that. I don't know. You just ever want a sounding board for the problems it's had in the past? Because I think, truthfully, out of the directors that came afterwards, only myself and Barrett are the ones that really pursued the original vision, and after that, it kind of just went downhill. So.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, I don't know. I think a big part of what we're facing right now is there ain't a lot of talent, right?
True. Big problem.
And then as a consequence, we've gotten less than talent to just fulfill the role of driving and shooting, which sounds like a shitty thing to say, but we got to be honest about some of this stuff.
It is true. That's just what happens.
And so we're trying to do some very complex shit, and deal with even politics is very, not a lot of people are, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think politics should be so complicated no more. I think they had a place maybe a long time, like a while back, but I don't think we have the population that, even this conversation, right, points at, I don't think we have enough adults to be doing this.
I agree.
I
mean, yeah, this entire legal framework was designed with the idea that people would engage with it with their brains,
Yeah.
And I think that was a very dire assumption to make. That is kind of having a ripple effect now. So, I mean, there really just isn't that much talent at the moment in any of the police departments, really.
If I got ACR'd or I got impeached, I would certainly go ahead and try to fight it by you know what I mean? I'd play politics, right? But I wouldn't how do I put this? I wouldn't fully break. You know what I mean? Like I might do what I need to do, but but it just kind of feels like it. I don't know. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Like,
no, I got you. You wouldn't freak out.
I'm not gonna. We cannot stop Ruth though. Doing the right thing.
100%. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I also think that you could argue that if we did stop her, we would be violating her rights to petition. So that's just my opinion.
Why does he want it so bad? Does he think he's in danger?
He clearly feels like he is not going to be put back into the job next term. Knowing that Roswell's the one that put him in, I think he just wants to give off this air of like competence and make sure that everything went smooth this term, so that whoever comes in sees that and just wants to keep it going, right?
But it's think about it from strong his but weak, right?
Sure, but like the thing about it from his perspective, he can obfuscate that to whoever comes in. If there's like no like kicking and screaming, if there's no arguing or whatever, and all that the new mayor comes in and sees is like a lot of police officers on duty and them having a good time, they're not gonna rock the boat. But if he, you know what I mean? Even
if the ACR, I don't even think it's an impeachment, it's an ACR, right?
I thought it was an impeachment.
I don't remember. Well, even if it is.
Either way,
that
they're
doesn't do anything.
Thing. Right.
It's still the governor's got to come in and oust him.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's the concern? I don't get it. Like,
I don't know. Pred has a way of conjuring up demons to fight with his wooden sword a lot of the time. I think he's just kind of imagining problems where there aren't any.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think even that wasn't conducive. If you want a, strong department, that's not how you do it, right? You don't start demanding other deputies start doing stuff. He would not take that well himself. So, anyways.
100%.
All right. Well,
I'm glad that we're on the same page here again.
Yep. All right. Yep.
It is what it is. We'll just keep our eyes open for any more nonsense, I suppose, that happens.
Yeah. 100%. Okay.
We got to be careful what we say to him, though.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that.
I feel like it's kind of getting to that territory where who knows what happens next,
Yep. Not wrong.
You might do something crazy. Let's catch some bad guys.
I mean, we could actually just... listen, there's a part of me that's like, sometimes you got to just tell him what he likes to hear and let him run off and give him something.
Lie to his face?
Like, hey, we're going to go have a chat with her. And